Okay, so the most basic thing that we can do with a parametric, and I always just remember it as a pair of equations. So we've got an x equation. This is just describing the horizontal motion, and then a y equation describing the vertical motion. In combination, they describe the actual path of that object, essentially. So we're going to graph it. The best way to do that is to just make a table. So with this table, because remember, parametrics describe motion over time, so my motion is the horizontal and vertical, the x and y, and then t is the over the time. So the t is not actually going to show up on the graph. It's still going to be just an x and a y axis, but the time is going to tell me where it's at that time. This right here is my interval for the t, the time, seconds. So -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. You're more than welcome to plot more points. You could do like 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, but this should give us a solid sketch. If it doesn't, then I go back and I add in more precise points. So we'll just plug these in. If t is -1, that means x is 2. If t is 0, x is 5, and so forth. So then we get 8. You'll start to notice a pattern. We're going up by 3, and so we've just shortcutted that. Then go back and plug the same t value into y, 1, 0, 1, 4, and 9, and then just be careful that when you're plotting these, you're only going to plot the x and the y. So the t was used to get the coordinates. The coordinates are what we plot. So 2, 1, we're going to have to extend this out. And then we've got 5, 0, 8, 1, 11, 4, as you can see, and then 14, 9. Then be careful, because these are bracketed, that means that yes, we do touch those values, but we don't continue on. So that is not going to have arrows. If it had been from -infinity to infinity was my interval, I could pick the t values. I typically do -2 to 2 for that. And then it would have arrows because it would continue on forever and ever. So this would be the sketch. Then if we want to eliminate the parameter, all that means is to go through here and to get rid of t's. So I'm going to take my x equation, solve it for t, and then substitute it in. It's essentially just substitution. So x minus 5 divided by 3 is equal to t. Plug that into the y equation. You don't have to plug it in to the y. You could have solved the y equation for t. This one is just, it's just, you're used to seeing it as a y equals, so why not just continue on with that? This equation then should replicate my graph that I have. Y is equal to sum x squared. We've got a parabola. We're done.